Hello everyone, this is the Carless Millionaire. This channel documents my decision to refuse to buy a car until reaching $1 million net worth. Not to be extreme, but to avoid lifestyle inflation. And in this video, I'm going to talk about gas prices. Doesn't affect me, but actually that was kind of condescending, wasn't it? But yeah, I'm talking about gas prices, what's going on right now with oil, and what can we do about it? Like what's going on and what can we do about it and how it's affecting us. Now, before I say what I'm about to say, I want to make two things clear. I do not watch the news. I do not watch the news a lot. I'm just a guy that buy and holds investments for a very, very long time. Consistency is key. Second thing, I am not a financial advisor, okay? This is just for educational purpose. Please do your own research, all right? With that being said, I'm going to just go ahead and talk about why gas and oil is going up. Again, I don't watch the news all the time. I'm not well informed in this subject, so I'm just going to touch base on it very, very lightly and try to explain it as easy as I possibly can. And then after that, we'll go over possible solutions because it's always better to be proactive than be reactive. Focus on what you can control instead of what you can't control. So let's dive into this. So what's happening right now? Right now, global energy markets are being shaken up by conflicts in the Middle East. A key area called the Strait of Hormuz has been extremely unstable. This narrow waterway connects oil-producing countries in the Persian Gulf to the rest of the world. And the crazy part is 20% of the entire world's oil supply passes through this single area. Approximately 20 to 21 million barrels of oil would cross through this area on a daily basis prior to the conflict. Now, why aren't shipping containers passing the Strait of Hormuz? Because Iran's Revolutionary Guard told them not to. They issued a radio warning stating no ship is allowed to pass without their verification. And the insurance companies that are covering these shipping containers are telling them, hey, if you mess around and you find out you pass this area and they shoot you down, we're not going to cover you. Now, if I was going to pass an area and I had a bunch of stuff that was worth a lot of money with me, and they issued me a warning saying, hey, don't pass through here or else we're going to shoot you down, and I was going to lose all this valuable assets and possibly die in the process, I would not pass through this area either. I would say, all right, say less. Thanks for the warning. Appreciate you. And I would just sit back. So now 20% of the world's oil supply is now being halted. It's no longer in circulation. It's not moving around. This translates to 20 to 21 million barrels of oil a day that's not moving around. And that's where good old supply and demand comes into play. If there's less supply to go around and the demand is present, the price of the goods go up. Here's a simple example of supply and demand. Let's say there's a cookie jar. There's a bunch of cookies in this cookie jar and only a few kids want them. Since cookies are easy to get, the price stays low. Now let's flip the script. Let's say there's only a few cookies in this cookie jar and every single kid wants a cookie. In that case, bidding starts at $5 a cookie, you know what I mean? $5 a cookie, $5 a gallon of gas. Supply and demand. Now, that was just an example. I wouldn't sell a single cookie to a kid for $5, okay? I'm not that guy. All right. But yeah, let's get back to the video. This isn't only going to affect gas prices and drivers, it's going to affect the entire economy because oil powers shipping, trucks, airplanes, agriculture, manufacturing. When fuel prices rise, food gets more expensive. Flights get more expensive, delivery costs rises, and inflation can increase across the entire economy. That is why oil disruptions often create economic stress. Almost every single industry depends on oil. This is a global economy. The good news is that a lot of countries have the incentive to restore the stability to the Strait of Hormuz. This is a global economy and they are also being affected by this. But only time will tell what will happen. So instead of focusing on what may or may not happen and what's going on, let's focus on what we can do. Let's focus on what we can control as individuals to help improve our financial situation, to make us more stable in our financial positions. Number one, drive smarter. Now, when I say drive smarter, I'm not saying that you guys are driving stupid, okay? I don't even drive, so I'm no one to talk smack. But what I'm saying is, there's small improvements that you can implement that will increase your gas mileage and fuel economy. First thing you can do is start driving slower. I'm not even kidding. Speeding kills fuel efficiency. Going 75 plus can increase gas use by 15 to 25%. The sweet spot is 55 to 65 miles per hour. When I read this, do you know what hit me? what really hit me is that I never in all my years have ever seen my grandma put gas in her car. You know why? Because she drives too damn slow. She doesn't need to put gas in her car because she never runs out. She doesn't even go anywhere. So yeah, it's actually proven that if you drive slower, you drive calmer, and you're not aggressive, you're gonna save a lot more on your fuel. Which brings up another way to save money is to avoid aggressive driving. Hard acceleration and braking equals wasted gas. Smooth driving can save up to 20%. Also, you want to combine your trips. Instead of doing 3 separate drives on 3 separate days, bundle all your errands into one route. From home, go to spot A, then go to spot B, then go to spot C, and then go back home. Now, I am talking about errands too. I'm not talking about, oh, there's a Starbucks and I'm in the area, or oh, there's a Handel's ice cream. Let me stop by here. No, at that point, then you're just wasting money, okay? I'm talking about when you have to do your errands. Make it all one nice, efficient route. Knock it all out in one day. Also, use the cruise control on the highways. It keeps fuel usage steady, and also reduce just sitting in your car with the AC on because that's just burning gas. You're not doing anything. You're not driving anywhere. Don't sit in there with the AC on. Just turn the car off. Get your butt inside. 2. Car optimization. A few small tweaks can quietly save hundreds of dollars per year. First things first, you want to keep your tires properly inflated. Underinflated tires can reduce your miles per gallon. Just imagine, like, riding a bike. Imagine riding a bike but your tires were flat. You know how much effort and energy it's going to take to ride a bike that has flat tires as opposed to a bike that has fully inflated tires. It's going to take a lot more energy. It's going to take a lot more fuel out of me to pedal that flat tire bike. That's the same thing with a car. A lot more fuel. It's going to take a lot more energy to get that car going. Remove extra weight from your car, and junk in the trunk equals worse gas mileage. Imagine if I'm riding a bike with flat tires and I had a fat guy on pegs behind me. It's going to take a lot more fuel and energy to pedal that bike. Same thing. If you had a lot of junk sitting around in your car, it's going to weigh your car down and it's going to take a lot more fuel, gas, and energy to get it going. Also, keeping up with maintenance such as oil changes, air filters, spark plugs all matter more than people think. That also contributes to healthy fuel economy. 3. Use apps and credit card perks to pay less for gas. Use apps like Gas Buddy that tracks the gas prices, join grocery store fuel rewards, or if you're good with credit cards and credit overall, use cashback gas credit cards. You get 2 to 5% back in cash, which adds up. And when you fill up for gas, make sure you fill up in the week. Do Monday through Friday. Prices of gas often rise towards the weekend because a lot of people are off, they're going out, doing whatever the case may be. So make sure you do it Monday through Friday, ideally before work in the morning. So those are various ways to improve your fuel economy and save money in gas. Now, another thing you're going to have to do is you're going to focus on what you can control, right? You can't control what the price is. If you have an empty tank and you have nowhere to go and the gas station is there, whatever price is on that gas station, that's what you're going to pay. But what you can focus on is on the expenses that you can control. Food. How many times do you go out to eat? When you go to work, do you buy lunch every single day? Let me do that 1 time less this week. That'll cover the gas. Let me do that 2 times less this week. That'll cover my monthly contributions to the S&P 500 so I can invest and grow a future and build a nest egg. The real lesson here isn't about Iran or oil markets. It's about financial resilience. The fewer expensive systems your life depends on, the more stable your finances become. Because the truth is, economic shocks will always happen. There's always going to be something. There's always going to be oil crisis, inflation, recessions. But smart financial design protects you from most of it. If you're trying to build wealth without lifestyle inflation and want to learn how to invest, want to learn about stocks, real estate, or just financial independence in general, then this is what this channel is all about. I document my journey to $1 million net worth without owning a car. If that interests you, please consider subscribing. I make new wealth videos every Tuesday. If you like this video, I highly recommend checking out my last video, Why People Making $100,000 Still Stay Broke. And I hope I inspire everyone on their wealth and financial independence journey. May everyone achieve the success that they want, and may we all get to the road of financial independence. And I will see you next Tuesday with a brand new video. Also, use the cruise control on the highways. That keeps fuel usage steady, so that way you're not burning through grass. I said grass instead of gas.